Hi, Praveen Kumar. Can you hear me? Praveen Kumar, can you hear me? Hello.
Hello?
Hi, Praveen Kumar. Can you hear me?
Hi, sir. Okay, sir. I can hear.
Let's wait for others to join the call, okay?
Okay, sir.
Hello, Monica. Can you hear me? Monica, can you hear me?
Yes, I hear you.
So, Praveen and Monica, can you see my screen?
I can see screen, sir. Okay.
You can see my screen?
Sir.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So, before starting, I would like to introduce myself, and then next you can introduce yourself. Okay. So, okay. So, hope you're able to see my screen. My name is Uday Singh. Okay. Welcome to manual testing. Okay, this is a weekend batch. Okay, and the batch number is 202. If you have any questions relating to testing, any questions relating to joining the team or joining the community on WhatsApp, okay, please email support@logiclabtech.com. Okay, for course content, yeah, you need to scan this barcode. Okay, and this is a 6 weeks course. The first two sessions, okay, this is a 6 weeks course, and the time is from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Okay, weekends, Saturday and Sunday. Okay, and then moving on to the third slide. So if you have any queries, contact Logic Labs team. Okay, first two sessions will be free to attend, and third session Zoom meeting link will be shared to registered participants only. Okay, no batch shift. For session updates, join our WhatsApp community. So you need to join the WhatsApp community for any session updates and any kind of updates. All session recording and notes will be accessed through LMS Graphy, and Logic support team available from Monday to Saturday between 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. Indian Standard Time. Okay, so I have 13 years of software testing experience, and have worked in various organizations and have tested a lot of software applications, web-based, desk-based, and mobile applications. Okay. Any questions on this? If not, I would request Praveen to give an introduction, like what is he doing and what he has completed recently, like engineering or whatever. So Praveen, can you give your introduction, please?
Okay, sir. Myself is I am Praveen Kumar. I came from Abhinagar district. I was completed BTech Mechanical 2020, sir.
Okay.
Now I present training was completed like automation testing, sir. Selenium, Cucumber, SNG, and
So are you
Java.
working on automation testing?
Automation testing like test engine, Cucumber, Selenium.
No. Are you learning or are you?
I have completed a 6 months training course.
Oh, you completed 6 months training. Oh, very good.
Okay.
Nice. Yeah. So
But I
which
don't know how
programming
to
language you used, Praveen?
programming language Java are basic.
Java basic. Okay, nice. Good. So yeah, Monica, can you introduce yourself, please?
Yeah, I'm Monica. I came from Andhra Pradesh. I completed my BTech 2016. Now I joined to learn manual testing for. I want to join software
Okay, good.
IT
Thank
field.
you. Okay, thank you, Monica. Good. Yeah. Okay, so welcome to manual testing. So I'm excited and hopefully you guys are also excited. So let's start to today's session. So I'll explain you, okay, certain things. I'll also go through the course content. Okay, I'll show you the course content now, what I'm gonna teach in this manual testing. Okay, so this is the course content. Okay, so software testing is an activity that evaluates the quality and robustness of the software and also helps to identify defects. Okay, so course objectives: understand what is software testing. Okay, when you go to any organization, when you work as a manual tester or a software tester, you need to understand what is software testing. So in this course, you will gain knowledge in various software development models and to gain knowledge in testing methodologies and how to write test plans, test scenarios, test cases, how to execute test cases. So on a whole, you will get a lot of information on how to, write, how to execute the test cases, understanding the bug life cycle, document evidence, and understand the test deliverables. Okay. In order to train yourself, in order to get knowledge in manual testing, one should have knowledge of computers, like basic knowledge of computers and internet connection. Okay. Beginners who want to start their career in software testing field. Okay. Already a tester who can refresh all your testing basics and techniques and gear up for a certification in software testing. Okay. Fresh graduates, if you have passed out of college recently, okay, and looking for to join a looking for a job in QA, or which is quality assurance or manual testing industry, then this course will definitely help you build skills required for your first job. Okay, so what course content? Okay, so what is the course content which I will explain and teach you through this course is, okay, so introduction to software testing. Like, what is software testing? Why software testing? What is actually a software? Product versus project. Benefits of software testing. Who will do the software testing? What is quality? What is software quality? And what is defect, bug, error, and failure? Okay. Similarly, we have software development life cycle. Okay. So I'm going to explain you in the further classes what is software development life cycle and why software development life cycle is used to develop projects. Phases of software development life cycle. Okay, there are different phases like initial phase, analysis phase, design, coding, testing, delivery, and maintenance. Okay, and what are the various development life cycles, or what are the different software development models, like waterfall model, V model, agile model. Okay, I'll also explain you about the testing processes and implementation and test planning. Okay, test methodologies. Okay, like black box testing, white box testing, gray box testing. Okay, so I clear all the confusion. If you have any confusion regarding what is black box testing, what is white box testing, what is gray box testing, and in those lines. So further, I'll explain you what is black box testing. Okay, like what is black box testing? Who will perform black box testing? How to perform black box testing? Okay, black box testing techniques. Okay, graphical user interface testing and usability testing. Okay, GUI means graphical user interface testing. Okay, functional and non-functional testing. Okay, I'll explain you about what is functional and non-functional testing in software test, in software development. Okay, and also in software testing. What is white box testing? What is gray box testing? Okay, after that, I will explain you about the levels of software testing. Okay, or different types of software testing. Okay, so we got unit testing, integration testing, system testing, UAT testing. So who will perform unit testing? So what is unit testing and what is integration testing? Who will perform integration testing? Okay, who will perform UAT testing? Similarly, I'll explain you about quality assurance versus quality control. So what is verification and what is validation? Okay, and other functional testing types, like what is smoke testing, sanity testing, retesting, regression testing, exploratory testing, interface testing, end-to-end testing, and recovery testing. Okay, I'll also explain you about what is non-functional testing types, like performance testing, stress testing, load testing, the definitions of these testings. Okay, volume testing, security testing, compatibility testing, installation testing. Okay, also in this course, I will explain you about the test case design, how to perform test case design. Okay, boundary value analysis, what is equivalence class partitioning, decision table testing, state transition, error guessing, preparing the test cases, test data preparation, okay, test case review, traceability metrics. Also, I will explain you about bug life cycle. So when, as a tester, if you raise a bug, so what is a bug life cycle? Okay, how to report defects? Okay, what is the severity and priority? What is the severity versus priority? Defect tracking tools. Okay, and also test planning. So how to create a test plan document. If working in an organization, the team lead or manager will ask to create a test plan document. So what needs to be included in test plan document? Features to be tested, features not to be tested, testing approach, entry criteria, exit criteria, so on and so forth. Okay. Similarly, test case execution. So once when you create your test cases, how will you execute your test cases? Okay, I'll explain you step-by-step process. Okay, similarly, what is user acceptance testing and what is test deliverables? So what are test deliverables? When the project you're working on, there are some test deliverables like test plan document, test cases document, test scenario document, traceability matrix document, defect analysis report, test summary, some test summary report. So these are all test deliverables. Okay, when the project is ongoing and when the project is being performed and when the project is completed, these deliverables have to be submitted to the client. Okay. Any questions on this? Any questions on this, Praveen and Monica? No.
No, sir.
No. Okay, so that's good. And what I'll do is we'll start the today's session. So are you able to see my screen?
Sir.
Yes, sir.
Perfect. Okay, so before starting, I'll show you one website. Okay. So this is ISTQB. So once when the course is over, okay, once when the manual testing course is over, so there is a website called ISTQB, which is International Software Testing Qualifications Board. Okay. So the full form of ISTQB is International Software Testing Qualifications Board. Okay, I will paste this into the chat box so that okay, so you can make a note of this. All right, so at this point of time, you both are on this level, which is called foundation level. Okay, there are various routes you can take once when you finish the course. If you're interested, you can write the certification. Okay, so this is the foundation level. Okay, the first level. You can take a route which is you can become an agile tester. Okay, and again, further going down, you have agile test leadership at scale and agile technical tester. This is one route. The another route is once when you finish your foundation course, you can write the technical test analyst examination, and then test analyst, and then test manager. Okay. Later on, you can write further improving the test processes. Okay. And test management, expert level. Okay. And these are all the specializations. This is one more route where you can become a test automation engineer if you want to become a test automation engineer. You can also become a security tester, performance tester, gaming testing, AI testing, acceptance testing. Okay. So these are all the various routes you can take once when you finish your foundation level course. Okay. Any questions on this?
No.
Oh, yeah. So make a note of this website and you can research or do your own reading. Okay.
Okay.
This is istqb.org. Yeah. Next. Okay. Moving on to the first session. So software. Okay. So the first thing is what is software? Okay, what is software? Okay. There are a lot of softwares. Okay. There are a lot of softwares in the market. Okay. So what actually is a software? Okay. Always remember this, or if you want to make a notes
Hello,
of it. Yeah.
sir. What is the between manual testing and automatic testing, sir?
What is the
Manual and automation testing different between, sir.
difference between manual and automation?
Yes, sir.
Oh, okay. So difference between what is manual testing and automation testing is in manual testing, no tools are used. Okay. So in automation testing, there are tools used, which is, for example, in the market, there are automation testing tools like Cypress, okay, Selenium, okay, Playwright. So these are all automation tools, okay. So the reason in manual testing, there is no interaction with the tools, but in automation testing, you interact with an automation testing tool to automate the websites. Okay, so in this course, we only cover the manual testing related topics. Okay, are you clear, Praveen?
Clear, sir.
Clear, yeah. Okay. Any questions on this, Monica or Praveen?
No.
No, yeah. I can start my course. Yeah. Okay. So what is software testing? So what is software actually? So what is software? A software is a collection of programs to perform a task. Okay. So collection of programs to perform a task. In simple words, a software is a set of instructions, data, or programs used to operate computers and execute specific tasks. So I'll give you one small example. Okay. One small example of a software is a collection of programs to perform a task. Okay. Let's take MS Paint. Okay. This is a software. Okay. In this software, there are a lot of programs. Okay. Let's say one is text. Okay, when you click on text, you can write whatever you want to. Okay. And the next is you got arrays here. Okay. Arrays. So you can erase. Okay. Erase this. So this is one program. Text is one program. Arrays is one program. Okay. So collection of these programs. Okay. And then this is pencil, for example. Okay. And then you can draw. You can use various diagrams, like various shapes, like rectangle, you got circle. These are all programs, small programs. So collection of these programs is nothing but a software. Okay. So all this collection to perform what? To perform a task. So what is the task you're performing? You can draw, you can write using text. Okay. This is one example of a software. There are also other examples which I can give. Okay. So for example, the Zoom, which we are using, is a software. What you can do with Zoom? You can communicate. You can have online sessions. You can share. You can type. You can chat. You can do online calling. Okay. Presentations can be done. Okay. So Zoom is a software. Okay. Any questions on software? Any questions, Praveen and Monica? No? So I'll move on to the next one. No, yeah. So what is software? So you know what is software now. Okay. Types of computer softwares. Okay. There are different types of softwares. Okay. There are different types of softwares. The different types of softwares, there are three types of computer softwares. Three types of computer softwares. One software is operating system. Anyone knows what is operating system here? Praveen and Monica, anybody knows what is operating system?
We're using in desktop.
Yeah. Okay. So operating system is Windows operating system. Yeah, Praveen? Yeah. So operating system is Windows operating system. So for Windows machine, so if you have a Windows laptop, so for example, if you go to a computer shop and if you want to buy a laptop or a desktop, okay, so the computer shop, they will ask you which operating system you want. So you'll say that I want Windows operating system, okay, Windows operating system laptop. So there are also laptops which have Linux operating system, okay, Mac. Mac is like Apple laptops. They have Mac operating system, okay. So using operating system, you operate the laptop, okay. Using operating system, you can download your softwares onto laptops or desktops, okay. So operating systems are nothing but they allow you to operate, install, okay, whatever you want to on your laptops, okay. And in operating systems, we have different kinds of operating systems. We have Windows, Linux, and Mac. I mean, Windows is from Microsoft, Linux is like from Linux, and Mac is from Apple, okay. And then another set of computer softwares are utility softwares. So what are utility softwares? Utility softwares are nothing but antivirus, okay. The antivirus software which you download onto your operating system, okay. Those are called utility software. You got file management system, you got desk management tools. So these are all softwares, but different kinds of softwares, different types of softwares. Desk cleanup tool, okay. And then you have the third type of software, which is called application software, okay. What is application software? If there are big organizations, big organizations, they use business software, okay. What kind of business software? They might use ERPs, which are enterprise resource planning software. We have CRMs, which is customer relationship management software. So these are all business software. We got Word, Excel, Word document, Excel sheets. These are also softwares. Web browser is a software, okay. So how many web browsers are there? There are many. We got Chrome, we got Mozilla Firefox, and we got Safari browser in Mac computers. And the other one are graphic softwares. What are graphic softwares? Adobe Photoshop. Adobe Photoshop is a graphics software. Okay, so these are all types of computer software. Okay, so once when you understand going through the course, you should be able to recognize or understand, okay, this is a system software or an operating system software. So this is an utility software and this is an application software. Okay. Any questions on what is software? Monica and Praveen. Don't hesitate to ask questions. Please, any questions on what is software?
No questions, sir.
No question. Okay. Let's move on to the next one. So let's move on to what is software testing. We know what is a software now. Okay. So now we will understand what is software testing. Okay. And what is testing? What is verification and validation? Okay. So let's say, what is software testing? Software testing is a process of checking the working of the software. Okay. In simple terms, software testing is nothing but the process of checking if a software is working or not. Okay. Software testing is a process of verification and validation of the software to check whether it is working as per the expectations. Okay, as per the expectations. When I say as per the expectations, there is a client who want to build a website. Okay, the client gives all the requirements to the software development company. Okay, the development company builds it based on the requirements. Okay, the development company builds a software based on the requirements. Okay, now as a tester, as a software tester, the tester has to go through the requirements. Okay, so what were the requirements? Okay, based on the requirements, the tester has to test the software or the application. So that is the role of a software tester. That is the role of a software tester. So why software testing? So why we need software testing? So anybody, Monica or Praveen, will you answer this? Why we need software testing? You can
What
answer.
was the
Why software testing? Why software testing is required?
Because of mistakes, human makes
Because of
mistakes of all time.
yeah, because you're finding the faults. Yeah, Monica. Yeah. So to find
clear
the
any
defect. Yeah. Say again, Monica.
clearing bugs from developing
Software. Yeah. Good. Yeah. Perfect. So yes. So why software testing is required? Okay. Software testing is required to identify the defects. Okay. When there is an application, let's take this application for example. Okay. Let's take an example of this. Okay. This is a practice website. Okay. You can make a note of this URL. Okay. I will anyways send you this URL. So this is a practice software. Okay. Or an web application. Okay. This is a practice one. So you can type in the username, admin, and admin 123. So if you see the username and password is here, you can click on login. Okay. So as a tester, what you do is you'll identify the defects. Okay. You'll click on admin. You can go through all the various options here, organization, okay, locations, qualifications, skills, nationalities. Okay. If any of this is not working, you will raise a defect. Okay. So when you click on configuration here, are you able to see? I think I'll just increase the size. Yeah. So if you click on configuration, it has to work. Okay. It has to work. If you click on corporate banking, it has to work. Okay. If you click on jobs, job titles, it has to work. Okay. So identifying defects. So to reduce the flaws in the component or the system. Okay. And increase the overall quality of the system. Okay. So what happens is when we say quality of the system, okay, this is the client and this is the software development company. Okay. So as a tester, what you do is, as a tester, you work for this company. Okay. And let's say this company name is XYZ company. Okay. So tester working for XYZ company. And the client is let's say HRM. Okay. This website. Okay. This website. This is the client, HRM. Okay. Orange HRM is a client. Okay. So based on the requirements, this software development company has built HRM software. Okay. And the XYZ company, okay, XYZ company has built a software, okay, which is HRM. Okay. Software. Okay. So as a tester, what you do is you'll thoroughly test the HRM software. Okay. Before giving to the client, which is HRM, what you do is from the XYZ company, you belong to XYZ company, you thoroughly test the application or the software. Okay. So why software testing? Okay. I'll give you one of the example. Okay. Let's read through this article. Okay. Let's read through this article. Okay. This TSB is a bank. TSB is a bank. Okay. TSB is a bank which is fined almost all 50 million pounds for IT meltdown that logged customers out of accounts for weeks. Okay. So what happens is if we don't test the system thoroughly, so these kind of failures will happen. Okay. So what happened? What happened is they logged customers from the accounts for weeks. Okay. It might be any reason. It might be system failure. It might be bugs found in the software. Okay. So for example, let's take ICICI Bank. Okay. You might be using ICICI Bank, your bank online to make payments, to make transactions. You use it regularly. So if someone, and you can't come to the bank regularly, okay, you're traveling or you might be doing something and you can't come to the bank regularly. What happens if your account is locked? All your money is in the bank. Why the account has been locked? Due to some system failures. Okay. So this is one example why there are a lot of system failures and bugs. Okay. So always there are bugs in the system which needs to be tested. Okay. Any questions on this? Any questions, Praveen and Monica? Why we need software testing?
We need to reduce the problems.
Yes, to reduce the problems. That's good. Praveen?
I had no idea, sir.
Oh, okay. Yeah. No worries. But you understand why software testing is required. Praveen? Yeah.
Sir,
Okay.
understand.
Understand. Nice. Good. Let's move on to the next one. So benefits of software testing. So what are the benefits? What are the benefits of software testing? Okay. The main benefits of software testing are customer satisfaction. Okay. If the customer is satisfied with whatever has been delivered, that is really important regarding the benefits of software testing. So if the software has been tested, yeah, so the customer is satisfied because there are no defects being found, or there are very less defects which are very minor to be ignored. Okay. So customer is very much satisfied, or the client is very much satisfied. Okay. So the client is very much satisfied. Similarly, cost effective. Always remember this. When the bugs or defects which are caught at early stage, okay, which are caught at early stage, requires very less effort to fix it. Okay. So for example, as testers, you're going through the requirements document. Okay. And then in development or in requirements phase itself, if you caught some defects, that is very less cost effective. So fixing those defects or bugs is very less in cost. Okay, very less in cost. Okay, catching bugs at early stages, very less in cost. Okay, when you perform testing, so there is a low failure rate. Okay, so you know that when you test the software, you're very comfortable with the software, so there is very less failures. Okay, and robust security features. So what happens is when you perform testing, and when you perform security testing, you know that the application is strong or robust. Okay, so people can't using wrong details can crack into your system. Okay, easy recovery and reliable. Okay, these are all the benefits of software testing. Okay, these are all the benefits of software testing. Any questions, Monica, on Praveen, regarding software testing benefits?
No, sir.
Okay, let's move on to the next one. Who will do the software testing? So who is responsible for software testing? In any organization, the software testers are responsible for testing of the software. Okay, the software testers are responsible for software testing. Okay, the overall quality of the software is responsibility of everyone. Okay, the software testing wise, it is responsibility of the tester, but overall quality of the software is responsibility of everyone who is involved in the process, everybody who is involved in the project. Okay, not only you, not only the tester, the developer, everybody is responsible for the quality. Okay, it is not just the software tester. Software tester performs the testing on the application, but quality, everybody is responsible for the quality. Okay, what is software quality? Okay, one more question is, what is software quality? Okay. The quality of software can be defined as the ability of the software to function as per user requirements. Okay, I'll show you one example. Okay, so what is the quality of software? So for example, these are all the requirements from the client. So the client says, who is the client here? ICICI is the client. The client says, I want the gift city button here, and corporate button here, and the business button here, and NRI button here, personal button here. Okay. And whenever I hover on personal, I have to have these options. Okay. If you see, when I hover on the personal, automatically these options are being shown. But when you hover on business, only we got these two. Okay. And you hover on NRI, the drop down is not coming up. If you hover here, you can see there is a drop down. If you hover on NRI, it's not. Okay. So these are all the client requirements. Okay. The client says, I want the notification bell here on the right hand side of the website. Some clients might say, I want the notification to be here. Or some clients might say, I want the notification to be here. Notifications bell. Okay. Similarly, the client says, I want the help and contact here. As soon as I hover on the help and contact, I need to have all these contact us, help and support, download forms, all these available when I hover on it. You can hover on it and then you can click on these options, buttons. Okay. So as a tester, based on the requirements, okay, okay, if the functioning of the software as per the requirements is happening, okay, when it comes to the quality of the software can be defined as the ability of the software to function as per the requirements. Okay. When it comes to software products, it must satisfy all the functionalities written down in the SRS document. I'll tell you what is SRS document. It is software requirement specification document. Okay. So in this software specification requirement specification document, okay, whatever has been written, it has to function. Okay. It has to function as per the requirements. So that is what software quality is. Any questions on software quality? It's very important, guys. So it is an interview question as well. They will ask you what is software quality. Monica and Praveen, any questions on software quality?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Oh. Okay. So now, I will make you understand what is the difference or what is a mistake in software testing. What is a mistake, error, bug, defect, and failure? Okay. Always remember this. Mistakes in development, okay, leads to an error. Okay. You need to make sure you understand this terminology. Mistakes in development leads to an error. Okay. Okay. This is a web application. This is a web application. These are all lines of code. These are all code. Okay. Okay. So developer writing the code. Sometimes what happens is the developer might make mistakes. Okay. In writing the code because they are human beings. Humans do make mistakes. Okay. Humans do make mistakes. Okay. Humans do make mistakes. And what happens is those mistakes, okay, those mistakes turn into errors. Okay. Those mistakes. So mistakes in development leads to an error. Okay. Similarly, tester identifies the bugs. Okay. Tester identify the bugs. Okay. Tester identifies the bugs or faults. Okay, these are interchangeable words. Okay, tester, for example, the tester, if this is the ICICI software or ICICI application, the tester will find the bugs. Okay, he might find bugs here. So when he clicks here, and suddenly if he clicks here, the drop down is not working. So that is a defect or a bug. That is a bug. Okay. So a bug is a defect. A bug is a defect, but not all defects are bugs. Okay. So what does this mean is sometimes as a tester, you raise a bug. Okay. But those bugs are not defects. Okay. When you understand what happens is sometimes when you raise a bug and the developer is trying to understand the bug. Okay. And he thinks that it is not a defect or it is not deviated from the requirements. Okay, so that is not a defect. Okay, all bugs, all defects are not bugs. Okay, so hope you understand what I'm trying to say here. Okay, yeah, any questions on this, please? Praveen, Monica.
So tell me once again defects and bug difference.
Yeah, understood. So okay, so what he's saying is a bug is a defect. Okay, let's say a bug is a defect, but not all defects are bugs. Is simple terms for what happens is, for example, when you raise, for example, when you raise a lot of bugs here, okay, when you raise, okay, this drop down is not working, okay, this is not working. You raise 1, 2, 3, probably defects. So probably you make 10 bugs here. You raise 10 bugs, okay. So again, when you hand over those bugs to the developer, okay, the developer will again go through the requirements document, okay, requirements document, and he will investigate each and every bug. Okay, he will investigate each and every bug. So when he investigates each and every bug, he might not feel some of the bugs raised are not defects, okay, which are not deviating from the requirements. So those will be rejected by the developer. So that is what that statement is saying. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Now let's move on to the next one. Okay. So I'll explain you now what is a service-based company and what is a product-based company. Okay. So this is very important. What is service-based and yeah. So what is service-based company and what is product-based company? Okay. Service-based companies are the ones that give customers or clients a solution in the form any desirable features, skills, or expertise based in their needs. Okay. So for example, I'll give you one example. This is very important again. What is service-based? Okay. Service-based companies. One small example of service-based companies are Wipro. Okay. And we got Accenture. Okay. Infosys. Okay. These are all service-based companies. Okay. So what happens is, what are the services? What are the services Wipro, Accenture, Infosys can offer the client? Okay. So here, I'll give you one example. Okay. Development, testing. Okay. Development, testing. So these are the services. These are the services which Wipro, Accenture, Infosys can offer to the client. Okay. Can offer to the client. So client, who is the client here? Okay. Client might be ICICI Bank or Bank of America. Okay. So service-based. Okay. Wipro, Accenture, Infosys, they're all service-based companies. Okay. So the client like Bank of America will request the service-based companies to give services. Okay. Like development, testing. So what happens is Infosys will have hundreds of developers with them. Infosys will have hundreds of testers with them. Okay. So when they request the client like ICICI, Bank of America, can we develop a web application? These companies will give service saying that we can develop and test. Okay. Any questions on service-based company?
No, sir.
Praveen,
No, sir.
any questions?
No, sir.
Now is product-based company. So what is product-based company? Okay. I'll give you one example. Okay. So what is product-based companies? One of the example is Microsoft. Okay. So what are the products? What are the products of Microsoft? Microsoft has a lot of products to offer. Okay. Microsoft has a lot of products to offer. One is Office, which is called MS Office, Microsoft Office. So what do you have in Office? In Office, it is a package. It is a package of Word document, Excel sheet, PowerPoint. Okay. These are all come under MS Office. Okay. These are all the products of Microsoft. Again, Microsoft has its own CRM. Okay. What is CRM? Customer relationship management. Microsoft has its own ERP. Okay. Show you. Okay. This is Microsoft CRM. Okay. Which is Microsoft CRM is a product developed by Microsoft. Okay. Again, in Microsoft CRM, you got various options, which is like you got sales. These are all the products being developed by Microsoft. These are all the products. Okay. Microsoft Windows OS is also a product of Microsoft. So what it is doing, what Microsoft is doing, Microsoft is developing a software product on its own. Okay. And selling these products to clients in the market. Okay. So Microsoft develops its own products. Okay. It has its own testers, its own developers. Okay. Microsoft will have thousands of testers. Microsoft company will have thousands of developers. They develop these products. The developer develops every time you have lot of updates in Word document. New features, they're adding new features in the Word document. Okay. CRM. It's a software product by Microsoft. Customer relationship management, enterprise resource planning. Okay. And Windows operating system. Every time, every year or every 2 years, you have a new Windows operating system. Previously, we had Windows XP, Windows Vista. Now we have Windows Home. Okay. So these are all the products. These are all the products, and this is a product-based company. Okay. Any questions on product-based company? Monica and Praveen.
No, sir.
No.
No, sir.
Good. Yeah. And the next is, what is product versus project? Okay. You should also understand the difference between product and project. Okay. I'll take one more example. Okay. There is a client. And there is a XYZ company. Okay. In the XYZ company, we have developers, testers, Project managers. Okay. XYZ company. Okay, we have developers, testers, project managers. Okay. So there is a client. Let's say there is a client. Let's take ICICI Bank. Okay. So ICICI Bank. So what does ICICI Bank do is, ICICI Bank has many projects. Okay. Remember this term. ICICI has many projects. Okay. So for example, ICICI wants to give project 1 to XYZ company, which is this. Okay. Similarly, ICICI wants to give project 2 to some other company, XYZ company. So project 2 will be given to some ABC company. Okay. Okay. So now you understand. So the difference of product and project. Okay. So ICICI can have number of projects and it can give, there is no mandatory requirement that ICICI has to give project to XYZ company. It can give project 1 to XYZ company. It can give project to ABC company. Okay. So these are all projects. Okay. And product is Microsoft, for example. Microsoft has many products and it will develop many products. Okay. Any questions on product and versus project?
No, sir.
Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Praveen, is it clear?
Yes, sir. Clear, sir.
Okay. So the next one is software testing career paths. Okay. So as Monica explained that she wants to get into the testing industry. So she wants to get into the testing jobs. And Praveen is already learning automation. He has learned automation. Okay. You have to follow this structure. So if you follow this path or structure, you will understand testing very well. Okay. So what is the approach? So what is the approach? So in order to get your foundation, first, as a tester, the step 1 is learn manual testing. Okay. Completely learn manual testing. So when you learn manual testing, what happens is you'll understand the terminology. Okay. You'll understand the terminology in the IT industry. So you'll understand terminology. So what is a test case? The terminologies are nothing but what is a test plan? Okay. What is a regression testing? What is retesting? What is functional testing? What is security testing? So these are all the terminologies and these are all the definitions. And I'll explain you with example. Okay. I'll explain you with example. Okay.
Okay, sir.
What is domain knowledge? Okay. Does anyone know what is domain knowledge? Monica or Praveen?
Domain means www dot.
Okay, yeah, I understand. So not in that terms. I'll explain you.
Okay,
Okay.
sir.
I'll
Okay, sir.
explain you.
Okay.
Praveen, do you know domain knowledge or
No, sir.
no? Okay. Okay. For example, you both got a job. Okay. For example, you both got a job in ICICI Bank. Okay. You got a job in ICICI Bank as testers. Okay. That will become so. So what happens is, let's say you got a job in ICICI Bank. Okay. You start testing the ICICI Bank. So when you got job in ICICI Bank, what you do is you will test application which is banking related. Okay. This is banking related application. This is banking related web application. So what happens is when you start testing this, okay, when you start testing ICICI Bank application, you will gain domain knowledge related to banking sector. Okay. So for example, if you work in ICICI Bank for 3 years, what happens is you will get domain knowledge how to test the ICICI Bank, which is a banking domain. Understood? Any questions on this?
Yes, sir. Understood.
Okay, sir.
Understood, Monica? And now, let's take Amazon.
Hello?
Yeah.
Sir?
So let's take
Your voice is not.
Amazon.co. Monica, go on.
I can't hear your voice, sir.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, okay. So let's take Amazon in. Okay. Let's take Amazon India. Okay, which is in. So if you got a job as a software tester in Amazon, okay, so you have the e-commerce domain knowledge. Okay, this is banking sector or banking domain knowledge, and this is e-commerce domain knowledge. Okay, so what happens is you will test an e-commerce website. Okay, you will log into e-commerce website. You will test your accounts. You'll test all these features. Okay. So if you work for 3 years in Amazon, you will have e-commerce domain knowledge experience. Okay. Similarly, we got healthcare. If you work for Apollo, you'll have the healthcare domain knowledge. Similarly, Baiju, you'll have education domain knowledge. Okay. Makes sense?
Sir?
Any questions on manual testing? Domain knowledge. You understand the difference?
No question, sir.
No questions.
The domains
So,
means product website.
yeah, domains means product in this domain, in this like product. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Similarly, step 2 is once when you get good knowledge of manual testing, you can move on to the next step, which is automation testing. Okay. You can also parallelly do manual and automation testing, but that's up to you. Okay. The step 2 is automation testing. Okay. So automation testing requires the knowledge of programming language. Okay. Automation testing requires knowledge of programming language. So one small example. Okay. So if you see the most popular programming languages, you got Python, you got Java, okay, you got JavaScript, C#, PHP, okay. So TypeScript, these are some of the examples for programming languages, okay. So for automation testing, you have to have knowledge of at least one programming language. It can be Python, it can be Java, it can be JavaScript or C#. Okay. Any questions on step 2? Once when you are confident in manual testing and automation testing, automation testing, some of the tools are Cypress, Playwright, okay, Java, Selenium. You can use these in automation. Next is mobile testing. So there are a lot of apps coming on mobile phones. Okay. So you can see ICICI Bank app. You can see Indian Railways app. You can see Flipkart app. You got lot of apps which are mobile apps on your mobile phone. So in order to top up your knowledge, in order to gain more knowledge, in order to get your CV picked for jobs, you can also learn Appium automation tool. Okay, you can research in internet and find if there are any new tools. Okay, Appium is one of the mobile testing automation tool. Okay, similarly, step 4, we have desktop applications. Okay, there are some desktop applications. For example, if you're working for Infosys might have a client, and the client says we need a desktop application. Okay, so you need to have the knowledge of desktop application. So one of the tool is unified functional testing. Okay, so with using that, you can test the desktop applications. Okay, the next one is API and web services, which is called REST Assured Framework. Okay, so as a tester, you should know how to test the APIs. Okay, some of the tools which are in the market are Postman. Using Postman, you will be able to test the APIs. Okay, similarly, step 6, you can also learn performance testing. Okay, performance testing. If you start with JMeter is a good start. Okay, so some companies might use JMeter, some companies might use another tools. There are a lot of tools available in the market. Okay, the reason I told you to use JMeter is because JMeter is a free, is an open source tool, performance testing tool. Okay, so the next one is you can learn security testing. Okay, step 8 is database testing. Okay, for database testing, you should learn basics of SQL. Okay, and then we got AI testing from, like we got artificial intelligence, which is machine learning from only testing perspective. Okay, this is again a big ocean. AI is a big ocean in itself. Okay, and as I told you, any programming language, if you want to become an automation tester, okay, in current market, it is better to learn a programming language. Okay, any questions on this? So first step is learn manual testing, or first step you can learn both together, and then slowly in your extra time you can learn all this. You should always keep learning. Yeah, any questions, Monica and Praveen?
Sir, like API will come in manual testing, sir.
Sorry,
API will come, sir.
API?
Will come in manual testing, sir. Like
No,
Postman.
API is again a different. So as I told you, manual testing is a different
Okay.
subject altogether. It won't
Okay.
come in API.
Okay,
Monica?
sir.
Yeah. Monica? Any questions on this, please? Any questions, guys? Shall I move on to the next subject topic?
Yes, sir.
Can you hear me, Monica?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah. Okay. Let's move on to the next topic. Yeah.
Sir, actually, you say all these content not available in manual testing, sir.
Which content?
Just you're saying API.
Yeah. So what is this is? This is career path. Okay. What I'm trying to
Okay,
explain the career path is. So you're in step 1.
okay, sir.
Okay. This course is
Okay,
completely manual testing course.
okay, sir.
Okay. So step 2 is you need to learn automation. Step 3, if you want to grow in your career. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Yeah, you can just learn manual testing and then you can carry on. But I have given you the software testing career path. Like what
Okay,
you need to
okay,
do
sir.
after manual testing is learn automation. Most of the companies are asking automation, but this is the foundation. This is the foundation. This is where you learn all the terminologies and you learn how to write a test plan, how to write test cases. Okay. And how to
Okay, sir.
write test scenarios. I'll give you with an example. I'll show you with an example. Okay.
Okay, sir.
With the
Okay,
project and example. Okay.
okay,
Let's
sir.
move on to the software development life cycle. Yeah. Okay. So what is software development life cycle? Okay. Software development life cycle is process for planning, creating, testing, and deploying a software. Okay. You should understand this. It is an interview question. They will ask you what is software development life cycle. Okay. So right from the scratch, okay, right from the beginning until the deployment of the software. Okay. Let's take an example of Word document. Okay. Let's take Word document. So what happens is they develop the Word document software. Okay. They put all the programs, they put everything in it. Okay. They plan, they create, and they deploy it. So what happens is once they deploy it, the user is able to use it. Okay. So the whole big picture, software development life cycle. Okay.
Sir,
So
what is deploying, sir?
deployment is nothing but what happens is from one environment. Okay. Let's take, there are three environments. One is development environment, testing environment, and then you got live or production environment. Okay. So what happens is the developer will develop all the features and functionalities in development environment. Okay.
Okay,
So that particular code will be deployed onto test environment. Okay. The reason why we deploy onto test environment is to test. So this process from development environment to testing environment, we deploy the code onto the test environment. Okay.
okay, sir.
So they use the word called deployment.
Okay,
Okay.
sir.
Any questions, Monica and Praveen, regarding?
No, sir.
So why software development life cycle? So why we require software development life cycle? Okay, the software development life cycle is important because it helps ensure that the right people are involved in the right activities at the right times. Okay, using a structured approach to develop software helps ensure that your project will be successful. Okay, so what is why software development life cycle, why it is required? Okay, I'll explain you about these things. As you understand these things slowly, you'll understand why it is important. Okay, some of the SDLC benefits are understanding your requirement and the goal of the software, identifying risks at an early stage. The reason why we require software development lifecycle is identifying risks risks at an early stage. Okay, plan how you will deliver your solution in stages, such as building a prototypes or writing functional specifications. I'll explain you about all these things. Okay, down the line, I'll explain you about all these things. Measure progress relative to your goals and ensure everything is on track. So these are the benefits of software development lifecycle. Okay. So any questions? Any questions? What is software development lifecycle? Why software development lifecycle? And some of the benefits of software development lifecycle. Any questions?
No, sir. Actually, software development means planning, developing, testing.
Yes, that's right. That is absolutely right. Yeah, correct.
Okay.
Rajni, can you hear me? Hi. Hi, Rajni, can you hear me?
Clear, sir.
Praveen, and I think there is one more person who has just joined. Rajni, can you hear me? Rajni, can you hear me? This is a demo session which is happening. Okay. Okay, let's move on. Okay. So now, like, what are the phases of software development life cycle? This is very important. Okay. This is very, very important. So what are the phases? Okay. You need to remember in SDLC, which is software development life cycle, we have various phases. Okay. We have various phases in software development life cycle. Okay. So we have various phases in software development life cycle. The first one is a requirement gathering and analysis. Okay. The first one is requirement gathering and analysis. Then we have one more phase, which is called design phase. Okay. And then we have the next phase, which is implementation or coding phase. I'll explain you what happens in every phase. We have testing phase, we have deployment phase, and we got maintenance phase. Okay, these are the various phases in software development lifecycle. Okay, remember this terminology, phases. Okay, remember this, phases. Okay, again, remember this software development lifecycle models. Okay, software development life cycle has phases. And software, what are the various models? What are the various software development life cycle models? Okay. For example, there are many models. Okay. There are many models, but I picked only 3 models. Okay. Which is waterfall model, V model, agile model with Scrum method. Okay. In agile model with Scrum method, this is the most popular one. Agile model, in which I picked Scrum method. Okay. So there are many software development models. Okay. For example, okay, if you see here, types of software development models, there is a spiral model, waterfall model, Scrum, waterfall model, agile model. We got iterative and incremental model. Okay. There are many software development models. Okay. Let's take this one. So if you see, we got waterfall model, we got RAD model, we got spiral model, we got V model, incremental model, agile model, iterative model, big bang model. But I picked, in order to explain you guys, I picked waterfall model, agile model, which is more popular in the current market, and I picked V model. Okay. Let's start with the now let's start with the one of the SDLC model, which is waterfall model. Okay, let's start waterfall model. Okay, so what is waterfall model? Okay, waterfall model is a linear or sequential approach. Okay, what is sequential approach? Sequential approach is requirements one by one, sequence, going in sequence. Okay, so waterfall model is a linear and sequential approach to the software development lifecycle, and it is popular in software engineering and product development. Okay, so these kind of waterfall models are used in product development. I explained you about what is product and project. Okay, I explained you about service based and product based companies. Okay, so this kind of model is sometimes or mainly used in product development. Okay. Okay. Now I'll explain you. Okay. The first phase in waterfall model is waterfall model. Okay. In waterfall model, let's take the first phase. Okay, let's take the first phase. Which is the requirements. Gathering. Okay. Requirement or requirements gathering. Let's say, okay, let's say we are building an application. Okay, let's say we are building an application. Which application? We're building a web application. Okay. Web application. Okay. So in an organization, who will gather the requirements? That is the first question. Who will gather the requirements? Okay. The person who gathers the requirements is the business analyst. Business analyst. Okay. Okay. So the business analyst will gather. Okay. The business analyst will gather. Okay. Requirements. Okay. Requirements from whom? From the client. Okay. The business analyst will gather requirements and information. Okay. He will conduct meetings. He conduct meetings with whom? With client. Okay. He conducts meeting, okay, with clients to collect information, requirements. Okay. So client requirements. Client requirements for what? To build the application. Client requirements. Okay. So in the first phase, what happens is the business analyst will collect information, will collect the requirements. He conducts a lot of meetings with the client. Okay. He collects a lot of meetings with the clients. And then the business analyst will, and then the business analyst will write, and the business analyst will write a requirement. Application document. So the business analyst will write the requirement specification document. Okay. Which is actually called as, let's erase this, which is actually called as software requirements specification document. Okay, which is in short called as SRS. Okay. And also there is one more document. Okay. There is one more document which is called BRS. It's called BRS, which is called business requirement. Business requirement, specific business requirement document, business requirement specification. Document. Okay. So I will reiterate, I will go through this again. So the first phase, okay, the first phase, okay, the first phase. The first phase in waterfall model is requirements gathering. Okay. So who is responsible for gathering of requirements? It is the business analyst is responsible to create the requirements, collect the requirements, collect information from the client, conduct meetings with the client, and gather all the client requirements. So in which document he is doing this? Is writing the SRS, which is software requirement specification document, and business requirement specification document. Okay. So the business analyst is responsible for writing these documents. Okay. So once when the documents are ready, so what happens is we'll have version 1 of the document. We got V1, version 1, which is version 1. Version 1 of what? Version 1 of, let's say, business requirement document, BRS document. Okay. Okay. So what happens is this V1, okay, this document V1, this document V1 will be reviewed. Okay, this document will be reviewed. Okay, if there are any corrections, if there are any connections, or if there are any adjustments or any change request, okay, what happens is that will be done in version 2 of the document, BRS. Okay. Any questions until now?
Sir, tell me again V1 and V2, sir.
Oh, okay. So what happens is V1, V2, okay, this BRS, there is a document, okay, so there is a document, let's say there is a Word document. Okay, so this is the business requirement document. Okay. So let's say this is a business requirement document. Okay. So you write all the requirements. Requirement RUQ1, requirement 2. Okay. And this document is version 1. Okay. This document will be, once when it is written by the business analyst, it will be sent for review. Okay. The project team who are all involved in the development of the software, it is sent for review. If there are any changes, that changes will be done in the version 2 of the document. Okay. Same document, all the corrections will be done in version 2. Okay. You understand that? All the corrections and changes will be done in version 2. Again, if there are any corrections, or if there are any changes to be made, they make it in version 3. Okay. It's just the versioning of the document. Okay. Hope you understand.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Okay. Perfect. So any questions as of now? Praveen and Monica, any questions as of now?
No, sir.
No questions? Okay. So what we'll do is I'll conclude the today's demo session and let's gather again tomorrow at the same time. Okay?
Okay, sir.
Praveen and Monica. Okay? Let's gather at the same time. Okay? Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.